Hello, everybody. Welcome to Very Connected. We're doing our December support group, and we are here
Good.
with Chef Healthy Henry. He is going to be doing some healthy recipes for Christmas time. And we have been working on this episode, Henry. What would you say? 3 months probably or longer.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been a little while, just getting everything together for sure. But I enjoy it, so
yeah. We've done this is probably our third or fourth event we've done together.
yeah.
We've done quite a few of them. And for any of you who are new to Henry, I'm going to just kind of turn the microphone over for a second to him to kind of have him introduce himself.
Okay, so my name's Chef Healthy Henry. My real name's Henry Baker, so kind of goes with it with the theme. But I went to culinary school 20 years ago, and about 3 years ago, I had the sleeve, and I lost 140 pounds, and started creating recipes for myself, to bariatric friendly recipes for myself, and then I decided that I need to share the recipes to the rest of the community, which I started doing on my website, chefhealthyhenry.com. And so now through my website, I have I travel around and do cooking classes in people's homes and things like that, and then online. So that's a brief synopsis.
He's been all over. And I also want to say, too, just because we're at the very beginning, welcome to everybody listening. If you are live, let us know where you're from, a little bit about yourself, if you're pre-op, if you're post-op, if you're in the bariatric, if you've even, or if you're just considering bariatric surgery. If you're listening to the replay, just listen in because you're going to get lots and lots of stuff here. So, hello, we have Sarah and we have Jennifer and lots of other people joining here. So, at this point, Henry, I think we've done a lot of events together besides
Mhm.
virtually too.
Oh
We have
yeah,
been at all the bariatric retreats together. We've been at WLSFA together. Where else?
yeah. The obesity help one, yep,
Yeah.
close to Mesa. That's that one. That one's just up street for me, so that's nice.
Hey, and that is where the next Bariatric Society retreat is going to be, correct, in 2024,
In
right in
San
that area.
in San Diego,
Oh,
yeah.
San Diego. So it's close right in there, right? A little
Yeah, it's I
bit.
mean it's that's where I'm at. I'm in San Diego, so it's nice for me because I can just go there and not get a hotel and just stay home.
Come back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Okay, we have a whole bunch of people extra joining. So I want to just
Nice.
say
Yeah.
hello to some of these people. I don't know if you can see them in the chat box, Henry,
Yeah, I
but
can. Yeah.
we have
Welcome
Jacqueline, we
everybody.
have Nicole,
Welcome.
Sharon, Sarah, Elizabeth, Glenda, Shelly, Megan, Ashley. Guys, also let us know if you're coming from a community. Because and we have all different, it looks like we have Nebraska, we have Illinois. Um,
Yay, Illinois. Woo.
yes, Montana. Hey, we got all kinds of places. It looks like somebody says San Diego is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's nice out here for sure. I'm originally from Chicago, so I don't miss the weather, but I mean, because it's nice out here for yeah.
We're kind of feeling the effects of that right now. I live in Missouri, so I'm not too far away
Yeah.
from the Illinois part, but oh, yes. It's actually not, it's been mild so far. I
Oh
mean, we're
yeah.
in the 50s today, so it's not too bad. Well, we are going to jump right in because you guys, we have so much good stuff listed for you guys. And I'm going to kind of navigate around a little bit. So before we start, I'm going to explain what we'll be doing. We're going to be sharing recipes, the recipes that we're going to be sharing today. And Henry is kind of a fancy cook. I'm going to say, I know Henry, you make easy recipes, but you also make kind of put a little fancy style on it.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
like to be more like a little gourmet, a little adventurous, a little whatever. But then I also do the simple ones like the cookies and the muffin, and the brownies and stuff like that too. So
But I want to say too, like looking at these recipes, they're doable. Like you put it very simply, step by step. You make it easy. And today, you guys, we actually have video footage of Henry cooking. So it's going to be like a cooking demonstration. I wish you were here because we could all taste it together. That's what the fun part is about being in person, but virtual is just as good. You're going to actually see him doing this. And so he can do, you'll hear the audio and video, but he can do some talkovers too. What I'm going to do here in just a second is I'm going to kind of share what recipes we're going to go over. We're going to talk about stuffed turkey. We're going to do roasted vegetables with chestnuts. We're going to do spaghetti squash. We're gonna do baked peaches. We have a couple short little ones, caramel apples and dark chocolate berries, and then there's a cookie recipe too that Henry's gonna be sharing. So guys, lots and lots of stuff here. And Henry, how about we jump in? And I'm gonna say the very first one, would you like to start with the main dish of the stuffed turkey?
Yeah, so that one's a good one for. I mean, it was obviously it's good for Thanksgiving, especially if you're a bariatric, patient that you can't eat a lot of food. So you get your turkey, plus you get a little bit of leftovers, but not too much.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm gonna do is when I share my screen, I'll turn on the audio so that they'll be able to hear that.
Okay.
And then we can adjust accordingly. If there's anything you need to say as far as a talk over, like while the video is playing, you're welcome to.
Okay.
Otherwise, at the end of the video, we'll pause. The first video that we're going to be showing guys on the stuffed turkey is um is the short version is about almost 8 minutes. So it is going to be on video for a little while. At any point, Henry, if you need me to pause it, let us know. Guys, in the meantime, you're welcome to type anything in the chat box if you have
Oh yeah.
questions. Like during that, you can always type in. Um, I also want to say too, while we're doing that, let's also ask what you guys are planning on making for, just put it in the chat box, what you're planning on making for Thanksgiving so that, or
Yep.
not Thanksgiving, Christmas, so that
Yeah.
we can have a little chat going. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here, Henry.
So this is a stuffed turkey breast, not a whole turkey. Just because it's
Uh,
okay, for sure.
I got the recipe card first. So guys, all of Henry's recipes can be found on his, if you go to just simply chefhealthyhenry.com, okay? Chefhealthyhenry.com, just like our thing. And you'll learn about Henry here, but we'll also up at the, Henry, I know there was a little thing that had the page where you could go unless my bars are in the way because I got a couple
Yeah.
things.
Over to the right, the recipes.
Oh, that's where it is. Right here, recipes up here
Got
at the
it.
top. My Zoom box was covering it. So at there, yes. And if you're searching for a recipe, you can search in the search box. So to start off with the stuffed turkey recipe, we're going to go down and we have all the ingredients. Henry, how would you like to do this? Do you want to do a little, like do any kind of talking about the recipe before we actually show the video, or
Yeah,
do
I
you?
could. We could just do a quick run once over because this is. I mean, this is very simple. I mean, it's obviously it's turkey, the hazelnuts, and we got spinach and hazelnuts and chickpeas that we grind up in a like a blender, stuff that into the turkey, and then just throw it in the oven and just kind of let it go for and like only for like 45 minutes. So if you want, you don't have to make a big turkey that's 3 or 4 hours. You could just make this and it's really quickly. And then towards the bottom there's a little Marcella sauce that goes with it. And so it's super easy, just like kind of mix it, reduce it, and then put it on top and slice it up. And then it looks really nice and it tastes really great too.
Okay, so you ready to show the video?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, we're
Here's
gonna
me in
jump on there.
action.
Henry in action, guys.
Uh-oh. So today what we're doing is I have
Can you hear the audio? I'm gonna play it
this
again.
recipe that I've worked on before. And so it's really nice and really good. And it's good for
Can you hear the audio?
I can, yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna enlarge this then so it's big, and I'm gonna go ahead and
For someone that doesn't have a family to cook for, or someone that's like a reactive person, because you don't have giant turkey that you have to cook basically. So what I have here is I have a turkey breast, and so what we're going to do is we're going to slice it in half. We're going to make a filling with these chickpeas and the spinach, and then a lot of these herbs and some hazelnuts in there. We're going to make that into a filling. We're going to slice this out. We're going to fill that up here, and then we're going to tie it together, and then put this bacon for flavor, obviously, but also the fat that's it's going to help it stay nice and lean, but also juicy. So we're going to fill it. There's some good fats in there. It's going to be nice. Obviously, a turkey's got lots of protein. It's going to take a fraction of the time to make a big turkey, so we'll get that one going, soon too, because it's got to get in the oven quickly here. Okay, so we got our food processor here. We're going to add our onion to it, our onion and our butter mixture here. Or I have some hazelnuts here. So these hazelnuts, you can chop them up, you can buy them chopped up, or you can just get them whole, and because they're going to go in here anyway, so not a big deal. Just put them whole. And then we have our parsley here, and we have sage. And again, we don't have to chop this up too much because we're going to put it in the food processor. We have our chickpeas. We always like our chickpeas. Put those in there, and then we have a bunch of we have some good spinach, some good fiber in here, some good some more protein and some very complex carbs here. So let's put that in there. And, then you'll see that this is again, it's nice and it's not liquidy. It's more of a solid kind of thing, but it's more of a filling. So the fat part, and we cut it right up the middle, right down here, right off the side, and then we're just gonna. It's kind of like butterflying it. Just get it open. And here we go. This is actually a bone-in one. I took the bone out just because it's easier for me to stuff. So here we go. So we're gonna take that. All right.
Henry, I'm guessing there's no sound on this part, correct?
Let's. Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just me. Just like the sound is just me talking. This right on there, just like that. Throw our bacon on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of stuff with bacon, but when I do, I make sure I make it count.
I mean, that probably just adds so much extra flavor right up there. Now, what
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Thai is this you're using? Like, where can they find that?
This is just twine. You get this at like just a regular grocery store. They have it in like the tools section or whatever. As you see, we're going bacon side down first. We're just gonna soften this up for about 2 to 3
There's a
minutes.
little bit of oil in there.
Yeah, just like like a little bit of olive oil or even avocado oil if you want to. But this is yeah. All right, so this simple. Is good. So the bacon is nice and crispy now, and now we're gonna put the other side going, ground here. All right, so that's gonna be good. So now we're gonna throw this on our mat with the bacon side down now. Looks right on here. There we go. All right, we're gonna take this whole thing right here and just throw it right in the oven. All right, so this turkey's looking really good. It looks like it's nice to cook through. It's
How long did you cook it for? And what temperature?
it's got pretty color to it. So usually, we're gonna take this, like I said, 40-45 minutes. Let that rest for a while, and while we make our Marcella sauce, so 350, 400, like about 400. Hopefully, we can get it one spot. There you go. Look at that. All right. Okay, so while that's resting, what we're going to do is we're going to make this Marcella sauce. So I got some Marcella beans, and then a half cup of sherry that we're going to add here. At the same time, juices have been collecting here, and so we're going to take those juices and add them to our sauce too. Just give more flavor. There you go. And we're just gonna let this reduce to about half, and then it's gonna be nice, not like glaze, but a little more thicker than it is. It's somewhere between a glaze and where it's at right now in a liquid kind of thing. So then when it's done, reduced to about a half, we bring the turkey in, we slice it right and put it right over, pour over, like some it right over. Then we'll do a cutting and we'll plate it, and then we'll have a little bit extra, just a little bit to put on as garnish too. So while this is cooking down, I got 2 sprigs of rosemary. We're going to add to this to add a little bit more flavor. We're going to add the sprigs because then we can just take them out later. We'll just get the flavor in there, and then we'll induce the flavor into the sauce, and then we'll take those out, and it'll be nice, more flavor. We're just going to pour this right into here. Right, reserve our liquid. Right, so now we're going to bring our.
Henry, how many servings do you think this is?
This is slice wise, you're probably gonna get like
slicing. Like I said, you don't want to put too much
10
pressure on it
slices, 8 to 10
because you
slices.
just want You don't
So
want the
like I
filling
said,
to
you
come
already
out.
have
So
some
you just start
leftovers,
slicing,
or if you're doing like a
nice
holiday
and
thing, you
easy.
have leftovers afterwards, so that's always nice. And they warm up really
Onto your
well.
spot. And then you turn bacon at the bottom. You see how nice the filling is in there.
Maybe it's just packed with flavor with
Yeah,
all of these.
lots of good flavor. Obviously
So
protein, fiber,
that,
and
all
then
right.
you see that
So we'll take this
with some sweet potatoes, whatever kind of thing. I mean, it's a really
right
good,
here,
healthy,
like that.
bariatric friendly
And the next
recipe.
piece. We'll take the next piece, put it right there.
And it looks fancy.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy this one. I've made this one, a few times for like, dinners or whatever kind of thing. My wife and daughter are pescatarians, so we do a lot of fish. So when I get the chance to make,
You
something
got
like
that
this,
all sliced
that's
up,
a
but
treat for
just put a
me.
little bit of some Marcella sauce on it. So serve this on a plate, and when people get their individual spices, then we'll have a little bit more of this Marcella sauce to so they can put a little dab to it. But this is our stuffed turkey. It's super nice. It's nutty, it's flavorful, very rustic, and full of protein and fiber. So we're gonna clear this out, and then we'll get back to our spaghetti squash. But this is all ready, and we'll plate this a little bit. Stay healthy, keep cooking. ChefHealthyHungry.com, and we'll see you next time. You have to cook basically. You have to cook basically.
Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna actually um escape out of this full menu.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mention here this all of these videos that we're showing guys that are from YouTube are on Chef Healthy Henry, his YouTube channel. So you can also find them there. Okay, Henry, I'm gonna stop sharing because give you a few minutes just to talk about this recipe and see if there's any questions. It looks like Elizabeth says Amazon and Walmart also have cooking twine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what's up? What
Anything
else?
you wanted to say or anything, any kind of questions? There was a question I thought in the Q&A box. Let me see. Nope. I thought I saw one.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions about that or anything they want to say? It looks like there is a comment. Jennifer says, I'm pre-surgery, just finishing off my checklist, and I was wondering, what do you suggest for people who have a lot of food allergies, such as egg, lactose, tree nuts, and gluten? That's a packed question because that's so we're talking food allergies, egg, lactose, so egg and milk, tree nuts, gluten. Any
Yeah.
suggestions there?
I would suggest like stick with like the beans or like the turkeys and chicken kind of thing. I mean, but if you're like pre-surgery, it's gonna be tough because you gotta obviously reduce your calories. So yeah, I feel like more like beans and lentils and things like that will you don't have to eat too much of it. So for your pre-surgery, and then post-surgery, you're gonna run into the liquid diets and all that kind of thing. So I think that you'll be okay once you get into that and puree foods. You'll be able to get along a little better, but because you can like mash beans and things like that for your protein.
I, I kind of think so. Depending on too what your pre-op diet is, every program's a little different. Some will have you do like full liquids, then clear liquids. So I would definitely ask your bariatric surgery program. I would ask them if they have a dietitian they work closely with, if they could work with you to get specifics on maybe some diet suggestions. They'll give you a list of things, and obviously you can go through them is what I'm guessing. Most programs do that.
Yeah,
And you know, it sounds like you can eat beef or and pork, but just not egg,
yeah,
lactose, tree nuts, gluten. So there's probably going to be a lot of things you can, and it just may be really watching the kind of carbohydrates you eat, maybe even eating a lot of more whole foods once you're out far enough to do that. But the protein shakes and protein bars and things like that, you're going to have to be really careful with, especially with
yeah,
those
yeah, for
things.
sure.
What kind of side can this be served with? And we're going to be sharing some too, but go ahead, Henry.
So yeah, so I would do. I mean, obviously sweet potatoes are really good with that. Instead of regular potatoes, you could do sweet potatoes, and then some type of roasted vegetables, or like some type of like spinach and things like that, where like a good vegetable, like a nutrient dense vegetable would be good. And you could do, I mean, you could do like red potatoes if you really wanted to like stretch yourself a little bit. But I mean, obviously you can't eat too much. So like one piece of turkey and then a couple of spoonfuls of either sweet potatoes and vegetables, whatever, and then just let it sit there. And then a few hours later, when you're hungry again, it's going to be there. It reheats really well.
Wonderful. Well, Henry, for this next recipe that we have, it's roasted vegetables with chestnuts. Now I
Oh,
have the recipe card, and then I have just the video of making the chestnuts. So let's talk through. Let me pull
okay,
up the roasted vegetables with chestnuts. I'll pull that recipe card up.
okay.
And guys, again, these recipe cards are on Henry's website, chefhealthyhenry.com. His videos are on his YouTube, Chef Healthy Henry. Okay, now I am here. I'm going to share my screen again on the recipe card. He's excited. He's ready. Okay, here we go, Henry. So,
Anytime I can talk about food and cooking, I can do it all day.
doesn't that look so good? It looks so fancy too. Okay, here we go. Roasted
Okay.
vegetables with chestnuts.
Yeah. So basically, you're most of the vegetables on this list, you're just gonna roast in the oven,
Let's get the picture.
at 425, whatever, until they get roasted. But then you see, like, there's the onions. Our onions are caramelized separately, and then the chestnuts are done separately, just because they're need to be done in a special way. And then once everything's done, like you got everything caramelized, you got all your vegetables done, you put them in a big bowl, just mix it all up, put some salt in there, and then maybe some like a little bit of balsamic vinegar or something like that. And it's really, really good. This will be a great side for the turkey.
So we have Brussels sprouts, eggplant, mushrooms, olive oil, red onion, thyme, sugar, olive oil, chestnuts, balsamic vinegar, salt, and pepper to
Yeah.
taste.
And the thing is, like a lot of these vegetables, like if there's something in there that you don't like some people don't like mushrooms, just like take it out, replace it with something else you do like. I mean, it's all a matter of preference. I mean, most of the time you look at a recipe, it's really a guide, because it's not like this is the only way to do it. If you don't like mushrooms, take them out, put some tomatoes in there, take them out, put something else in there, or just take them out, or whatever kind of thing. And if you like specific types of mushrooms, then you can substitute them out too. So.
So Henry, some substitutions. What would you say for Brussels sprouts?
Um, for Brussels sprouts, I would do like either broccoli or cauliflower, or something like. I mean, you can with the once the red onion are caramelized, you could probably throw some spinach in there too to kind of mix it, wilt it out, and get that in there too. Get some good iron and some good plant-based proteins in there too.
Okay. How about eggplant?
Well, eggplant is interesting because I mean it depends on what you don't like about eggplant. Like you can get like your regular eggplant, you can get like like an Asian eggplant, which is more meaty kind of thing, so it's not as like squishy, not as like soft, whatever. So it's a little bit. If you don't like the texture, you can try like an Asian eggplant, which is like I said, it's a little more meaty to it too. But you can take that out. You can add something else that's a little more like that. Like you can roast some carrots, things like that. But I'm just trying to think of what else I would put in there. I mean, any kind of vegetables, I would kind of roast some tomatoes, or even like so you could go a little bit on the Mexican flair and do some poblanos in there too.
Okay. So we don't have a video of you doing this full recipe, but we do have a recipe. We do have a video of you doing the chestnuts. Do you want to talk about that before we jump on there?
Yeah. Yeah, so the roasted vegetable part is it's super easy. Just basically you cut them, you dice them up, you put them in the oven for 425 for until they're done, and it's very simple. But the chestnuts are a little bit more of a process. That's why I did the video for that, just because you have to, if you want to do them, you got to do them right. Like you got to put slice them, put little like X's in the bottom of it, and then roast them up, and they come out really good. They come out and they split open. You'll see that they'll split open, and then you just wait for them to cool a little bit, and then you just crack them open, and they come up and they look just like this one on top. So.
It's interesting too. I recently tried a salsa recipe where you roasted all the vegetables before you
Yeah.
actually made the salsa. And oh my God, it was the best salsa I ever had. So
It's
Can
a
only
big difference.
imagine.
I mean, and the thing is,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more work, but it's so much worth it because of the texture and the flavor and the that rustic flavor that comes out of it for sure.
Okay, I'm going to jump on. Henry, you actually have two videos. Guys, I'm just going to kind of show you. Henry does also have an Instagram account, which is called Chef Healthy Henry. And he has this video on that. But I'm going to actually jump to the YouTube channel because I feel like that one might be just a little bit more thorough. Is that okay, Henry,
Yeah,
or would you rather
for
do
sure.
the
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah. Anything
Okay.
on that I've done on YouTube is more of a full length. Like obviously Instagram, I got to cut it down to 45 seconds. So yeah,
Okay. Can you hear it?
yeah, I can hear it. I mean, there's not much. It's just a sound that plays over it. So so this
Okay.
is me slicing the X in the bottom of each one of each chestnut there. Just take it, a little knife and just do it really quickly. Do it to all of them. That way, when they cook, when they split open, they don't burst open. They just like come open.
Are they pretty hard to cut in that X? Do you have to use a
No,
pretty
they're
sharp
not. I
knife?
mean, no. I mean, the harder shell is a little bit little hard, not too bad. But I mean, obviously the meat inside is meaty. So here I'm putting. You have to put a little steam on the bottom of the pan just to get to get them steamed up and get that to open up correctly. And then when they're done, you bring them over and then you just peel them. And you gotta, sometimes it takes a little work to peel them because when they break open, that shell is a little bit sharp, so you got to watch your fingers kind of deal. But they're easy to peel. And these are done. I mean, these are like basically ready to eat. You can eat them right out of here. You can put them in a recipe, whatever. So there's not much else you have to do. You just cut them up and then to whatever size pieces you want, and then you just put them in your recipe.
That's something I don't think I've ever had before is the roasted chestnuts. How would you describe their taste and their texture compared to other kind of nuts?
Um, so they're a little bit more like I said, like you can see that they're like a little more meaty, not chewy, just kind of like they're almost the texture of a Brussels sprout kind of thing. They kind of look like them, kind of the same thing, but obviously on the nut side. And they taste pretty similar to maybe like a hazelnut or some like one of those bitter nuts kind of thing.
Awesome. So Henry, before we go on, see if there's any questions. I don't see any in the chat box.
Yeah. Ask any
Anybody
questions or make comments. I mean, if there's something that you like, would like to cook, whatever, just let me know. Let us know and then ask questions as far as like what can I make something else bariatric friendly? Because that's what I do. Take recipes and make them bariatric friendly. So
Yeah, ask questions up, guys. We love the questions. Keep them coming. Um, the next thing we're going to be talking about is spaghetti squash pasta. Loads of flavor, includes feta, lemon, and some herbs. We're going to jump onto the recipe card first. Henry actually has a short version video of this and a longer version video. So you are both of those on YouTube, Henry? We're going to be watching the short version, but
yeah, they're both on there. The thing about the spaghetti squash is that like so you see how it's like that watermelon shape, you know. So
mhm.
what you want to do, like you'll see the video, but I guess play the video and we'll talk about it.
Do you want me to pop on the recipe card first?
Sure.
Okay. So,
And this is a simple one. This could be another side to the turkey, or this could be a quick and easy like Tuesday night family recipe too, because there's only a few recipes that are involved in it, and it's very tasty and flavorful.
Henry, I have spaghetti squash with garbanzo beans
Garbanzo
and
beans
feta.
and feta. Okay.
Okay.
So
That's
that's on.
short,
You can
right?
see that that's on the side of the turkey there. You can see that they're plated with the turkey. Um, but like I said, this is lots of protein, lots of fiber there, a lot of carbohydrate, complex carbs. So it's all really good for you. And you can see there's only a handful of ingredients. You just have to like get the squash, slice it, dig it out, and then just kind of heat it up. I think that you can put them in the oven or you can throw them in the microwave. Either way, depending on how where you're at. Like at the time when I made this recipe, I was actually making a turkey at the same time. So the turkey went in the oven, so the spaghetti squash went into the microwave for like probably like 10 minutes.
Okay. I never made the spaghetti squash in a microwave.
Yeah, you gotta kind of put a little oil on it, and then throw it in the microwave, and then it just comes out nice and hot, and you just dig it out.
Okay. So you can do it in the microwave or the oven?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna jump on over to the video here. The video is about 5.5 minutes, guys. So I'm gonna make sure the sound is correct before we go.
Spaghetti squash.
I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit so that if you need to talk over, you can.
Okay.
Pretty like spaghetti. So the coils in here, they coil up.
Okay, so pause real quick.
So we're going to move on to our spaghetti squash, and again, instead of cutting it.
Okay, so see how right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half down the middle, because what I was saying is that the coils in the spaghetti squash, they coil on the sides. So if you cut it lengthwise, you're basically cutting off a lot of your length of your spaghettis. So when you start getting into like the spaghetti part, they're shorter. You cut them this way, you'll get longer strands of spaghetti.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna cut it where it's gonna be long ways.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
where the strands will be longer. And
Yeah.
there's a comment. Elizabeth says, cutting the squash makes me nervous, so I have to cook it a bit first. They are sometimes, I mean, I've grown spaghetti squash in my garden, and it is depending that and butternut squash both. They're a little bit
Yeah.
hard to cut. You need a sharp knife, right?
Yeah,
Or you have any suggestions?
you need a sharp knife, but and then the thing is, like, as long as you're like practicing like safe skills and whatever kind of thing, you're fine. But they do have a hard shell, so I understand like cooking it a little bit first to get it softened up just a little bit. I understand that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and press play again. Let me know if you need me to pause again.
Okay.
Lengthwise, we're going to cut it this way because all the strings basically coil into this.
Are you hearing it okay?
So we
Yeah.
have more strings, more spaghetti like strings. So and since we have the turkey going in the oven, we're going to take this and put this in this dish, and then we're going to put it in the microwave for like 5 to 7 minutes. Put this face down, 5 to 7 minutes. It's going to go a lot quicker. Typically, I like to do this in the oven just because I feel like it's a little bit more, get a little more of that rusted kind of like flavor, like the juices come in kind of thing. But this helps out in the pinch, like so we're using that right now, so we'll put it on here. So no big deal. We're just going to cut it right in half. There we go. All right, and just like a pumpkin, we're just going to take those seeds out to dig it all out.
And it does not look like spaghetti yet, guys. You have to
No.
cook it first.
Right.
Because I
Yeah.
remember the first time I made spaghetti squash, I was like, "Where's the spaghetti squash? Where's the spaghetti?"
Everybody sees it. So it's nice and cleared out. So we're gonna throw this in here. Then we'll use a nice face side down, open side down, right in here, and then we're gonna throw this in the microwave real quick. All right, so welcome back. So this is nice and cooked through. We're going to take this and we're just going to simply turn it over. All right, and we're just gonna start breaking this up. It is hot, so I'm gonna try to be careful here. But just break it up into little spaghetti squash, so little spaghetti strands. And again, this is because we cut it this way, so we're going to have nice spaghetti size um, strands. So okay, so this is getting nice and hot. What we're going to do is we're going to add our red onion, yummy, into this bowl here. Add lemon, okay, and then we're just going to mix that up. Let that steep for just a little bit while we're cooking our spaghetti squash. Like we'll add our garlic to it. Our spaghetti squash. So our spaghetti squash, I cups of liquid for it. Just all that together.
Hey, Henry, one other question real quickly here. I'm going to pause it for just a second.
Yeah,
I'm going to pause it real quick. There is a question about when you are doing the
yeah,
halves, do you use oil or anything in them, like in the
yeah.
microwave?
You just put oil on the inside part of the spaghetti squash. Um,
Okay, okay.
so it doesn't stick to the pan or whatever. But yeah, you just do a little bit of oil, not too much.
And I'm going to go back to where we left off.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So garlic,
So with the
onion,
pork,
garlic's in there. So we just
add
add
that to
these
there.
spaghetti squash, and really this is just cooking it through it because it's already cooked. So it's just like adding everything in. Then we'll add the garbanzo beans, and then we'll add the onion, and basically you're done. Like I said, this is an easy Tuesday night
All right,
menu
so we got our
for
spaghetti squash
for
nice
you
and
and your family.
stringy. That's going to cook down just a little bit, and then we're going to add a little bit more of our oil. These will just add to our chutney and we'll cook. We're going to add our onion and our lemon together. Not too much, so our shredded cheese.
Yeah, I'm
So
not a
you not
big
only have complex carbs, but you also have the cheese and the
So we'll just roll
chickpeas for extra protein, right?
it.
yeah, for extra protein.
Let it cook,
And
cook
there's a
through.
lot of flavor in there with between the lemon and all the herbs. There's a lot of good flavor in there. Like I said, this is a great
Okay,
side.
so this one's pretty much done. The turkey's done. This is done. So we can plate those two things together. But okay, we're back. We're going to go ahead and plate our spaghetti squash and our turkey, and then I'm dressing to put right on top of it. So, and I got these nice little plates. They're not too big. They're good size, especially if you're trying to eat healthy and or bariatric friendly. It's nice small little plates so you don't overserve yourself on Thanksgiving like we always tend to do. So we'll just do that. Right, and then we'll take a couple of pieces of this turkey here. Like this nice piece here. Put that one right there. A little bit of salt on everything here. We'll put it right on the turkey. Parsley. And this is our Thanksgiving dinner. Um, so we have our stuffed turkey with stuffed with chickpeas and spinach and some hazelnuts to give it that nice flavorful holiday flavor. And then we have our spaghetti squash with our chickpeas again, some nice red onion, that's steeped in the lemon with a little bit of fat on there. So thanks for watching. These recipes will be on my website, chefhealthyhenry.com. Look me out, look me up, like, subscribe, whatever. Give me comments, whatever. Wherever you find me. If you have any questions or you want me to work on something specific, my next thing, by the way, I'm working on someone asked me to do a bariatric friendly enchilada. So I'm almost done working on that. I'll maybe have that one in time for our holiday special. Again, stay healthy, keep cooking, chefhealthyhunter.com, and we'll see you next time.
Do you have your enchilada ready, Henry?
Um, it's done. I did it. I think I think I have a video. Yeah, I think I put a video on Instagram.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Um, so any questions regarding this recipe, guys? Anybody have anything? So from someone, like I said, and I had a of squash plants this year, including
Hmm.
those spaghetti squash, and I'm always looking for new recipes. So,
Yeah.
but I know you can find the spaghetti squash in the grocery stores this
Oh yeah.
time of year.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
there.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a lot. They're really good for you, and they're very versatile and flavorful.
Okay, now we have the peaches. Let's jump into that right away. Make sure we have enough time.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna jump on the recipe card for our baked peaches. And say that this is similar to the if you were baking apples,
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
somewhat similar.
Yeah. So I have a friend who is just moved to Atlanta, so she asked me to do something with peaches. So I'm like, okay, I'll take this and make it instead of making like a peach cobbler or whatever. I'll do this because I can add some protein and some fiber in there.
Okay, I love peaches. Okay, you want to let you talk through it a little bit.
So this is basically so I like to use allulose as my sweetener. I feel like it's a more natural, it's a better like sweetener. And then of course cinnamon and vanilla. Like you can use vanilla extract. And what typically when I bake or I use vanilla, I like to do get the vanilla paste because you get more you get more flavor in there. It's a little more expensive, but it's worth it if you compare the two. It's definitely worth it. Plus, you don't get the alcohol that you get from the extract. But if you're in a pinch, you need to use extract. That's okay. You can use that too. So then, like I said, I just add a little bit of fiber on there, and then just the peaches, and then I serve that up with yogurt. I love to do yogurt as a side because yogurt's is so good for you as far as protein goes, and so whenever I do and the thing is like when you do like desserts, especially with the sugar count, like it's always good to pair that with the protein. So yogurt always work good for that.
Henry, what would you use if you didn't have allulose as a sweetener?
You can use, I mean, you could use like honey. You could use your like your regular sweeteners that people like coconut sugar or whatever kind of thing. I those just it just depends. As long as you got some good fiber in there or some good protein in there to kind of balance off the sugar spikes, it doesn't matter what you use for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Let's jump on the
allulose you can
video.
get on Amazon too. So
Making sure there's no comments or questions. I don't see any.
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and press play.
So your friend, we called her Australia, Michelle, but she's moved to Atlanta now. But because she's in Atlanta, she's always asking me to do some kind of something with peaches. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to do this, peaches. And she wanted me to do a peach cobbler, but I know I can't do that. So I can work on that at some point. But at this point, I'd rather do something that's more. She's bariatric patient too. So I'd rather make sure she's got some good fiber and to balance out the sugars that are in there. So then I got this allulose, which is a better sugar substitute. So we're gonna use that. We're gonna put a little bit of cinnamon in there, a little bit of our vanilla. So instead of vanilla extract.
Henry, would the allulose be equal to portions like to Splenda or to sugar?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing.
Vanilla paste. It's a little more expensive, but it's more. It mixes in better, and there's more substance to it, and it's got a little more flavor. It's a little closer to the vanilla bean than a vanilla extract. So we're gonna use that too. We're gonna put all that together. Then we're going to throw that in the oven, and then we're going to we're just gonna baste it for a little bit, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna be super nice, super easy. And then we're gonna take that with just a little bit of just like some vanilla yogurt, and so that'll be good. Okay, we're back. And so we don't really do desserts, but because it's a holiday and because I want to add these peaches for you guys and for my friend Michelle, who has requested that. We're gonna do a quick peach big peach here for you guys. So we add our little here, allulose here.
So that's just like regular butter and the allulose.
First, you have to have our vanilla. So we're gonna add our vanilla.
I'm pausing it, Henry. What'd you say?
Just a little bit of butter there, and then like natural butter, the allulose, and then the vanilla paste.
Okay. Now, did you have to spray your pan down at all with anything?
No, because what you're gonna dip these peaches into that dressing basically, and then you're gonna put it on there. So
Okay. So it'll have butter, keep it from sticking.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then we're just going to give this a nice little mix and add that to here. It's that cool thing here, right? And we're going to take our peaches and we're going to just go straight down, face down on the peaches. Like that there. And then we'll just take a little bit of let's kind of paste it together. All right, and then you can also take a little brush and kind of brush it together and get this nice and covered. And there you
You can
go.
paste it,
Nice
or
and
you can
easy.
use the brush.
And then we'll just throw this in the oven, and then halfway through as it's going, we're gonna pull it out We're going to baste it again, and then we'll put it back in, and it'll be done in about 20 minutes. So let's just move these off to the middle here so they don't crowd each other. All right. And then we're just going to throw this right into the oven for, like I said, 12, 20 minutes, and it'll be ready. So, okay, we're back, and I pulled our peaches out. Look how nice and flavorful they look. See that? So we're going to plate that. I like to use my Chobani yogurt to add with that as, more protein and a little bit more protein, fiber, all that kind of thing, but also adds a little bit of color and a little texture to our plate. So we're going to take this, we're going to turn it over and just take this. How nice does those look? Okay. And then we'll get a little bit of that on there. Take a little bit of sauce and just put it right on top of here too. There you go. And then just a little piece of mint here. Go finish off our plate. There you go. This is our baked peaches with a little bit of yogurt on there with a little piece of little mint fresh mint there. And then this will complete our meal. We got our stuffed turkey, again with hazelnuts, spinach, and chickpeas. And then we have our spaghetti squash with our chickpeas, feta, and some parsley. And so it's really nice and stringy. Then we have our baked peaches with a little bit of the allulose sugars, so it's a better sugar for you. And some, of course, some vanilla. I use the paste, not the extract. It's a little more expensive, but it's worth it for sure. With a little 0 calorie, 0 sugar yogurt on there, and a little piece of mint just for decorations. So thanks for watching. These recipes will be on my website, chefhealthyhenry.com. Look me up, like, subscribe, whatever. Give me comments, compliments, whatever. Wherever you find me. If you have any questions or you want me to work on something specific, my next thing, by the way, I'm working on someone asked me to do
I
a
use that part.
bariatric-friendly enchilada. So I'm almost done working on that. I'll maybe have that.
So I mean, obviously that was like the my my holiday one as far as like all the like the good turkey and all that, the good like proteins and all that. But I really enjoy making these recipes, making things more adventurous and finding new ways to do things for people. I mean, chickpeas are so good for you. And then obviously you get the plant proteins and the nutrient dense vegetables and things like that. So
Awesome. So Henry, you actually have all of these, excuse me, listed individually, but you
yeah,
do have on your YouTube channel a video that also has the combined all of them together in one video. So
yeah,
so you can watch it either way. They're all four of those videos, the three of the turkey, the roasted chestnuts, and then the spaghetti squash are all on his site, but then he has them together in the baked peaches, has
yeah.
them together. I don't know if you have on the long video, you may not have the roasted chestnuts. I'm not sure.
No, I don't have that on the long one, just because it's a separate video, but it's on the website.
And somebody's asking, will the allulose caramelize like normal
Um,
if
yeah,
broiled?
it's a little more refined, but it will caramelize. I would use it to like caramelize onions or something like that. Like so typically you put sugar in there, but yeah, but it's a little more fine than regular sugar.
And somebody else is asking the vanilla paste. Why vanilla paste? You maybe talked about that a little bit before,
Yeah.
but do you
The
mind?
vanilla paste, I like it because either you get a little more flavor to it. There's a little more thickness. It's like I said, it's closer to like a vanilla bean. So like a vanilla bean is super fresh, so you have to cut it off and you slice it off. With the extract, you get the added sugars and stuff like that, added sugar and alcohol. So you avoid that too with the vanilla bean.
Okay. So the next thing we have is we have a couple short little tiny little few second reels that you made, and they're actually with ProCare product. ProCare is our sponsor. So you care if we
Okay.
jump into those real quickly,
Yeah, let's do
Henry?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So the two that we actually have, the first one is a caramel using our sea salted caramel calciums, and basically you're making apples and making a caramel sauce.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put that on. It's really short, guys. So once I put it on, and it's the video, unfortunately, I'm not able to make it really very big because of it being on my it's on Instagram. So these two videos, short reels, are on Instagram. I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah. And you're gonna find you can find these on Instagram too. So I mean, if once once we're done here, you can just go to my Instagram and see those videos too.
Okay. I can play them too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it and we'll
Okay.
see how this goes. So I am
Okay.
gonna share my screen and I am gonna pop on to your Instagram video. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. I'm gonna refresh it so that it starts from the beginning. I'm gonna turn on the sound. So you're just putting quite a few in there. List of
Yeah.
so each of
Yeah.
those are 500 milligrams of calcium, 500 milligrams of vitamin D.
Yeah. And
And
so you're
Henry,
just
did you
going
mix it with milk?
with a little bit of almond milk. You can use any milk, whatever milk you like, but I like to use almond milk, and it melts really nicely. Those chews are super nice, super good as far as that whole thing goes. And you're only going to dribble it on the apples, just a quick little dribble kind of thing, and just it gives you a little flavor for it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pause that, Henry. So let me ask you this. So if you were doing this, and obviously somebody's not going to want to take a calcium just because serving size wise, we usually recommend about 3 a day.
Yeah.
So if you were melting quite a few of these at a time, could you put that dip in the refrigerator, or how would you recommend being able to reuse that? Like if you're using it with fruit or something like that.
Yeah, you can put it in the fridge, and then you could take out a spoonful and put it in like a little bowl or a little cup, whatever, and just throw them in the microwave for quick 5 seconds to reheat them. Or you can just if because I mean obviously if you put them in somewhere where you want it like nice and warm, you just throw it in the microwave for like 5 or 10 seconds. It'll warm up easily. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. And then here over here, we're going to pop over to this other recipe. I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to turn on the sound and I'm going to make it. And this is using ProCare Health calcium dark chocolate, calcium
Yes.
bars, 500 milligrams of calcium, 500 IU of vitamin D.
Yeah, and again, we're using the almond milk, and it melts really well. I mean, I like both of these products. I mean, you see how well they melt. You just throw them on any as a dessert like garnish. Yummy.
Yum, it's making my mouth water. And we'll show you guys these products here in just a second. It looks
Yeah.
like we might have a couple questions here. Let's jump over the
Okay.
chat. Oh, Ina says my favorite sharing. So how many chocolate bars did you melt in there and how many calcium of the sea
Probably.
salt?
I mean, the milk. I mean, the chocolate bars were probably like just like four. I didn't. It wasn't. There wasn't a lot there. So like a lot of it has like there's like the almond milk mixed that with that gives it more volume, but it wasn't too many. The calcium chews. Because I used a bigger pot, I had to use more, but I had obviously you have leftover, you throw in the fridge, and you do more. So I probably use about like 8 or 10 of those. Um,
Okay.
but like I say, you just take a tablespoon, at a time, and you have some going forward, like for the next week or so.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Questions, guys, let us know. The other thing I want to say, Henry, is there anything that you would like to say regarding kind of as the closing points and like getting a hold of you? I'm going to go ahead and go back to your website real quickly while you're talking and you're kind of talking about this because I know you're offering some cooking classes too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can message me. I'm very, very accessible. Obviously Instagram, social media. through my website, or you can message me anywhere, kind of thing. And then on my website, I have my cooking classes there. I do in your home. I come into your house, teach you how to cook healthy in your house, for with all your utensils, and then we do online classes where we can like cook together, same recipe kind of thing, get to know each other, and then really kind of go over some knife skills, go over some like ways to streamline your kitchen and how to make your kitchen more holistic. If you like, candles, you bring candles in your, thing, play some music, and just make it more fun and exciting atmosphere for sure.
So Henry, if somebody was signing up for one of these online cooking classes,
Yeah.
each one is designed to last an hour, and
Oh yeah,
so they can
yeah,
pick a time that they want
yep,
to come.
yeah.
And
You pick a
then
time.
how do they? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so they're usually like an hour and a half, because you need some time to cook, obviously. But then you pick a time, you put all the information in there, and then you go to and then the next screen would be the like PayPal or whatever to pay for it, and then I will get a message that someone signed up for it, and then we can like schedule a time where we can like do like a consultation of what you want to cook, what kind of food you like, kind of thing. And then from there, we can arrange the time that you schedule time to cook together.
Okay. Sounds great. I'm gonna stop sharing there, and I'm gonna kind of pop onto our sponsor's website too. Is there anything in closing? It looks like people are saying looks yummy, and thanks for the healthy cooking tips for sure. I'm gonna share my screen one more time and then kind of go to our sponsor website.
Uh-huh.
And here we go, ProCare Health, guys. Here's the homepage. It's procarenow.com if you're listening to audio only later on the replay. When you go over there, you can go under the first tab, which is products. The calcium supplements is the under products. And when you click down, you'll find the sea salted caramels that we displayed on his live, and then also the calcium dark chocolates. So the calcium dark chocolates are seasonal. Those are only during the cooler months because they melt, and so we
Yeah,
can
get them
only
now.
that. So this time of year they go pretty fast, so just be aware. And then I also just want to mention, if you want to continue to watch these events, guys, we are listed. Our monthly events are listed under our website under the same link, procarenow.com. You go to the tab Berry Connected. Again, Berry Connected, BARI Connected. And when you get to that page, you'll see the events listed for this month. We actually had JoJo on, Giovanna Brown, talking about minimizing hair loss after bariatric surgery. Her event and Shay's are on replay. And then we have a couple more events that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have Alicia Briggs, who is a fitness coach, and also Renee Paulson, who is a, I'd say, health coach. She's been on a couple times. She's one of our favorites. And then we have health. Your segment here, Henry. If anybody
Mhm.
didn't get to catch the whole thing, came in late or needed to leave early, this will be on replay on demand until the 31st of the month. And you can also go to our YouTube channels to catch these replays. Henry's episode will be on the YouTube channel by next Tuesday. We'll also be downloading at that time to Berry Connected, our podcast. So guys, if you click on to YouTube, follow Henry's channel, which is the Chef Healthy Henry.
Yep.
Follow his channel where you're going to find all kinds of recipes on there. And you can also follow the ProCare Health and Vitamins and Supplements channel, which we have lots of videos on there as well, all kinds of segments and cooking as well. Trying to think here what else I can tell you. So we have the Berry Connected. We also just started, you guys, this last week, a Facebook page and group under Berry Connect and Berry Connected. The tabs for those are here on our Facebook page under the Berry Connect, under this podcast information. You can click on those, and I actually have it pulled up here. I just want to say, join us. These are ways that we can stay in touch through like right after these events. Another way to access the events, because we usually will put the replays on there that in our upcoming events. They're a great way to kind of stay connected to the community. So there's Berry Connect. That's our Facebook page. Berry Connected is our group, and the group is really interactive. So you're going to find people posting stuff all the time, and just all kinds of fun things. We just had a welcome post. People are posting little inspiration, so it's all kinds of fun stuff. I will
Nice.
stop sharing there. Enid says, how about if we don't have PayPal? Is there another way to pay for that, Henry?
Yeah, I think you can we can arrange it. We can do like, some type of Venmo or whatever kind of thing. I'm very easy to work with. So just contact me. We can do Zelle. Just contact me, like I said, message me or whatever and say I'd like to sign up, whatever, and then we'll definitely work it out. But there's always ways.
Hey, Henry, how would they get a hold of you? What is the best way to
Um,
contact you?
well, on my website is my email. So
Okay.
they can find me on social media and they can just send me a message, DM me a message on social media. And then I think that's that's basically my email. My phone number should be probably on there somewhere, but like
I'm
and then
going down to the bottom of the page, maybe.
go
Is
to
it
the
at the bottom?
bottom of the page. There's to follow me, and then there's also you can subscribe to my newsletter, and then there's my contact email there.
Okay. So at the bottom of the page, Henry's email. You can subscribe for new recipes to his email. And then you also have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and this may
And
be
that's
your
just
email right
email.
there too.
Yeah, email. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So definitely ways to contact if you have questions. And Henry, what like these cooking classes that you do one-on-one, would you say that would they pick what recipes they'd be wanting to make, or how would this work?
Yeah, so typically what we do, it depends on what if they want to work on a specific type of meal, or a recipe, or like just like a whole dinner kind of thing. Just depends on how long it's going to take. We talk a little bit about like what they're looking for, what they like to eat, what they don't like to eat, so I can make sure that we have the right ingredients and those kind of things, and then I'll find some good recipes for them. Or if they have a recipe they want to bring to me and say, I'd like to try this, can you show me how to make this bariatric friendly? I can make it bariatric friendly, and then we can all cook it together. But we start off with some knife skills, and we talk about making your kitchen more friendly and making the whole cooking process like easier, more fun, and hopefully inviting for your whole family, like your kids and stuff like that too, because I think that cooking with your kids is super important to get them on their health journeys early too.
Yeah, some of the things that we've done before, I'm like thinking back. We did some spring recipes that we did together. Henry's also cooked sushi, modified it, and made bariatric friendly sushi with us. You're like a wealth of information. Like anything that you guys have out there that you're wanting to make and you want to kind of improvise it for a bariatric friendly, or if you want to have bariatric friends over and have a cooking party, Henry can
Yeah.
also do that for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those are always the more fun when you're cooking with your friends and stuff like that. I just did a cooking party with six ladies in Orange County, and that was super fun. They were like they learned a lot, and we got to get to know each other and share stories and really share about our bariatric journeys, like the ups and downs and things like that. So it's kind of like a situation where you're like supporting each other within there too.
And someone just asked what the link was for, I'm assuming for your website. I'm also going to put the ProCare one on there too, just in
Yeah.
case
Mhm.
that's the case. But it's just chefhealthyhenry.com.
Yeah.
If you're here with this live, you'll see it in the chat box. If you're listening to the replay, we will have that in the description so that you can find that there.
Yeah.
So,
And so, yeah.
guys, this has been wonderful. Henry, thank
Yeah.
you so very much.
It's
It's
always
been
fun.
appreciated.
It's always fun. Obviously, you're the best, and ProCare. I love ProCare, and your audiences are always nice people. Very nice and receptive too. So that's always so it makes it nice for me too.
We appreciate you so much because I know you put a heck of a lot of time and energy into making all these foods and making the videos for them and the recipe cards. So It's
Yeah.
very appreciated from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome. Yes, for sure.
um, you everybody just have a happy holidays. Thanks for joining us, spending your time. Let us know if you try them. Like, let us know, guys, so much.
Yeah.
And Enid says that buffalo chicken. Yeah, I posted a buffalo chicken recipe
Oh,
today
nice.
too.
That's cool.
Meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So
Yeah, I just on Instagram just today the cookie one is it's chickpea cookie chocolate chip cookies. You got to look at that recipe. It's so good. I just posted. I'm gonna put it on my website tonight, but that one's a really good one.
in fact, guys, when you go to Henry's website or his Instagram page here, let me go back, see if I can make this smaller. It's one of the very first recipes. Okay. So make sure and check that out, right, Henry?
Yes, for sure. Check that out. Those are really good. There's a couple ways you can do them with a blender and they're smooth, or you can hand mix them and they're more like rustic and oaty kind of thing. So, I give you options.
Oh, this is
But
making me hungry. I gotta eat before I have my next support group. I have another
yeah.
support group tonight. So thank you guys, everybody. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. Hope you get to make some of this and message Henry. Let him know if you make some of his recipes. We want to
Yeah.
know and how they turned out.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the thing is, I'm a bariatric patient too, so we're all part of the same group, and my purpose is to make sure that you guys are happy and you're cooking healthy, and that's really what I'm here for.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everybody. Take care. And everybody, many blessings for a happy, healthy Christmas. Bye,
Absolutely. Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.